Why that is a low? kebo jimano pawa keje ine lo lele banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe walanu le eji banu bayeko banwe koe walanwe banwe koe lele banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe walanu le eji banu bayeko eyi mo fe mo ni kuma yole banu bayeko walanu le eji banu bayeko eyi mo fe mo ni kuma yole banu bayeko walanu le eji banu bayeko lele banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe walanu le eji banu bayeko lele banwe koe walanwe banwe koe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe walanu le eji banu bayeko echa esi echa gozo banu bayeko walanu le eji banu bayeko echa seke echa gbling gbling banu bayeko walanu le eji banu bayeko lele banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe walanu le eji banu bayeko be wole mo fe mo ni kuma yole banu bayeko walanu le eji banu bayeko mo fe mo ni kuma yole banu bayeko walanu le eji banu bayeko lele banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe banwe koe walanwe walanu le eji banu bayeko banu bawo keya banu bawo keya Noah banu bawo keya watch Noah banu bawo keya banu bawo keya lala Noah obi wa ve twegbele banu bawo keya watch Noah banu bawo keya banu bawo keya banu bawo keya lele Noah obi wa fe twegbele banu bawo keya lele Noah banu bawo keya lele Noah banu bawo keya eja keke yoba Yesu banu bawo keya eyi watch Yesu banu bawo keya banu bawo keya Yesu Yeshua banu bawo keya watch Yeshua banu bawo keya banu bawo keya Yesu banu bawo keya be wole ninke Yesu se ni manye mi be pale o Yesu se ni manye mi be pale o ami le mi ke Yesu se ni manye mi be pale o Yesu se ni manye mi be pale.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, mi be pale o
ADINKRA Sports Update is airborne. Time with the boy wonder. The boy wonder is airborne. ADINKRA Sports Update is airborne. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Just enjoy, just enjoy, just enjoy. The AFCON is over. The Total Energies AFCON 2021 is over. And guess what? After seeking for the title for over 60 years, Lilian de Taranga. Lilian de Taranga. The Teranga Lions of Senegal. The Teranga Lions of Senegal. Finally. They have joined the elite of African football. When we are talking about the elite, you can talk of Egypt, who have won 7 times. Cameroon, who have won 5 times. Ghana 4 times. Nigeria 3 times. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the boy wonder is airborne. Your number 1 sports show is about to start. Our game. This is our game. This is AFCON. I believe now some people know how this AFCON means to the Africans. They know what it means to Africa. Now the eyes with which they look at the AFCON have changed. It is not just football. It is our way of life, our passion, our heritage, our unifier. That's how we see football in Africa. So you could see right from the beginning of the tournament to the end, the passion, the love, the joy, the excitement. It's all about AFCON today. It's all about AFCON. We are bringing you summary of what happened. The summary of events at the just ended AFCON. After that, we look at the foreign front. What's happening to some clubs? They have resumed from the break. The Club World Cup competition is ongoing. Earlier today, Chelsea won by a lone goal to book their ticket to the finals of the Club World Cup competition. Yesterday, Manchester United drew with Burnley. What is happening to Manchester United? Once again, this is your boy Wonder. N&M. Bringing you the updates from the world of sports, particularly football. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Ghana has finally appointed technical men to lead us in the game against Nigeria come March 24th. And the return encounter will be on March 27th. Yeah, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on wherever you find yourselves in the globe. This is your man N&M, the boy wonder. Welcome to another edition of ADINKRA Sports Update on ADINKRA Multimedia. Once again, we have come to serve. We have come to give you nothing but the best. This is a brand new show and a brand new video on ADINKRA Multimedia. You are watching us live on Facebook, on ADINKRA Radio NY, and on YouTube, ADINKRA TV NY, and all other sister stations and media from across the globe. Yes, today we have come. So many have happened over the week. So many events. The AFCON, the Obianyobia AFCON has finally come to an end. And guess what? Senegal, Sadio Mane, Senegal, Edouard Mendy, Senegal, Kalidou Koulibaly, Senegal have won the AFCON. A lot went into this AFCON. A lot went into this AFCON. Yes, right from the beginning to the end. So many things went into it. Yes, right? Teams started preparations, and then things got to the venues of their games, and then boom, the game started. We saw so many surprises from this AFCON. So many surprise packages came from this AFCON, right from teams and even to players to goalkeeping. Yeah, goalkeeping has been so massive in this AFCON. Yeah, there are controversies here and there. Yeah, there are moments of coronavirus outbreaks. All these are part of the show. They are part of the game. Yeah, they are just there to spice up the whole game. Yes, we started the game, and then gradually, we got to the finals. And when we got to the finals, eventually, Senegal are the champions of Africa. Senegal are les championnats d'Afrique. Les championnats d'Afrique. Senegal. Sadio Mane, yes, he kicked the last penalty, and then which made Senegal champions of the competition. Yes, champions of the competition. All right, so we will go into the game itself. Yes, we shall bring you updates right from the start of the game, even before the two teams got to the finals. The road to the finals, we shall talk about it today. And then after that, we will touch on one or two updates from international. Yeah, from the international world, which we shall touch on one or two updates. And then finally, we shall zoom into our local scene. Yes, over the weekend, yeah, the GPL, yes, took place over the weekend, right from Saturday, Sunday, and then yesterday, 2 days ago, which was Monday. Yes, there was another game which was played. Kumasi Asante Kotoko lost to Elmina Sharks. They lost to Elmina Sharks. Kumasi Asante Kotoko lost to Elmina Sharks. So we shall go into that. Yes, Suleiman Tari played his debut for Accra Hearts of Oak, which didn't end up well in that local derby. Yes. And then Stephen Appiah was so much elated to see his son playing against his former teammate and roommate, Sule Aliu Muntari. And then so many to bring on the show. And then after that, we shall zoom into our Black Stars. Yes, there has been an appointment of the Black Stars technical team being headed by Otto Addo with Chris Houghton as the technical director. So we shall go into that. Is it a good appointment? Yeah. Is it a good decision? Yes, we shall look at that and see what is happening in Ghana. Are we ready for Nigeria? Yes, we shall look at that as well. Okay, so like we always do, we have two sessions. As far as this show is concerned, we have the international scene and then we have the local front. So we shall go into the international. We have, I think, some few international news. And then after that, we come to the local front and then we see what happened in the local front. There were some FA Cup matches which were played even over the weekend. And then after, I think the league started, I think yesterday, yeah, some matches were played here and there. Yes, Manchester United keep disappointing here and there. So Mohamed Salah made a rallying speech to his Egyptian teammate after their AFCON defeat to Senegal, urging them to take revenge in March. You know, these two teams will be playing each other in that playoff, World Cup qualifier playoff, which will determine which team makes it to the World Cup. After playing, they have 2 games to play, both home and away. So Mohamed Salah has urged his teammates to get ready for revenge against Sadio Mane's Senegal. Come March. So this is what Mohamed Salah has told his teammates. And the Manchester United are held to a draw at Turf Moor by Burnley. And now United are, I think, some points behind fourth place. A point behind fourth placed West Ham United with a game in hand. And now, we know about Donnarumma Bruaha when he left AC Milan to PSG. Yes, Donnarumma finally has spoken. He said, I'll always thank AC Milan and fans. It wasn't easy for me to leave the club last summer. I still support Milan. Everyone blames me. But last phone call from the club was to let me know that they have signed another goalkeeper. So he didn't really want to go, but he went because Milan have signed a new goalkeeper. That was what he said. Now, after that, club on Sadio Mane. We have text a little bit here and there, but he's still in Africa, still in Senegal, celebrating, and we will see. Wednesday night or something like that, we will send him out. But yes, it was obviously a big tournament and meant the world to him. No, Jurgen Klopp has received some, backlashes here and there after. I don't know whether he said he was misconstrued after he made a statement that the AFCON was a small tournament by a small group of people. But later he said he didn't mean it that way. And now you can see that he said it's a big tournament. Yes, he's trying to make people understand that that wasn't what he said. That was Jurgen Klopp. That was Jurgen Klopp. And then another thing we need to know on the foreign front is that FIFA has introduced a new robot VAR. This is particularly to our offside decisions. It has been introduced to reduce the amount of times taken by referees, even in the VAR room, to make offside decision. So it has been introduced to reduce that time. Yeah, sometimes you could be on the stands and then waiting for the referee's decision with regards to a particular offside decision. So robot VAR has been introduced. It's going to give us three-dimensional modules, and even as it gives us, it will be giving us pictures on the screen. So you see pictures on the screen which tells you whether it is an offside or not. So we shall see that. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing we need to know. It's a good addition to our game. Yes. No, and then they are going to roll it out in the World Cup in Qatar. In Qatar, we are going to see more of the robot VAR introduced by FIFA. And then now I think it's still being tested and it is being used in the Club World Cup competition. Chelsea played today in the Club World Cup and then they won by a lone goal. So on Saturday, it's going to be the final between Primaris and then Chelsea. That's going to be the final come Saturday. So I think that is all at the international front as far as we are concerned. And now we are going into the game. The game. Senegal, Egypt game. We are going into this game. How the game started. Going into the game, these teams played, and then how they eventually got to the finals, and now Senegal are finals of the competition, are champions of the competition. Senegal, champions of the competition. Wow, what a story! What a story for Senegal! What a story for Senegal! So we shall see how the story looked with Senegal going into this game. Senegal are champions of Africa. Senegal. Yes. So the final started, and then you could see that most of the players paraded by Senegal were playing in the top 5 leagues in Europe. About 98% of the players. 98% of the players of the Senegal national team were playing in the top flight leagues in Europe. And you could also observe that about 75% of the Egyptian players were local based. Most of them playing for Ali and Zamalek. Most of them playing for Ali and Zamalek. And now, going into the game. Going into the game, this was how it all started. I will give you the lineups and then we shall see which teams these players play for. Which teams these players play for. We shall see which teams these players play for after giving the lineup. Yeah, we're having some technical hitches here. I think we'll get there. Finally, we'll get there. Some technical hitches. And then we'll get here. Yes. So now, Senegal started with Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy plays for Chelsea. Bonosa at the right fullback. He plays for Bayern Munich. Koulibaly plays for Napoli. Diallo plays for PSG. Sis plays for Nancy. Kouyaté, we know, Crystal Palace. Mendy, Leicester City. Idrissa Gana Gueye, PSG. Just look at the players of Senegal. Ismail Assar, Watford. And then the only player who does not play for the top 5 flight is Famara Diého. He plays for Alliance Sport. And then Sadio Mane. So this was the lineup Senegal went into the game with. And then Egypt went into the game with the goalkeeper Abu Gabaski, also known as Gabaski. Abu Gabal, also known as Gabasti. You know, this guy, you know, everybody said, yes, they gave Mendy the goalkeeper of the tournament, but this guy deserved the goalkeeper of the tournament. This guy deserved it. Abu Gabal, he deserved the goalkeeper of the tournament. He deserved it. So Fatou plays for Zamalek. Wines plays for Zamalek. So look at this. Abdul Momin plays for El Ali. And then Ashur plays for Zamalek. So all their backline were local players. All the backline, right from the goalkeeper who plays for Zamalek. So all the backline of the Egyptian national team were local teams. I'm making a point. We'll get to our Black Stars and we know what we are talking about. All these players were local players. Even Sulaya is a local player. Fatih is a local player. Then you come to Elneny, who plays for Arsenal. Then Mamouche playing for Stuttgart. And then Mohamed playing for Galatasaray. And Mo Salah playing for Liverpool. So you can see that about 70% of the Egyptian national team were locals. They were locals. And about 98.5% of the Senegalese national team were foreign players. And they play in the top 5 leagues in Europe. What did they do right? What did Senegal do right? So eventually, Senegal are the champions of Africa. They are the champions of Africa. So after the finals, the man of the match went for Abu Gabal. Abu Gabal, that is the Egyptian goalkeeper. And now we will talk about that later. Abu Gabal was the man of the match after the finals. Now, and after the whole tournament, 100 goals were scored. 3 own goals. 97 goals recorded. Wow. You know, beginning at the start of the tournament, the goals were not coming like one goal. But we got to a point after they got to the round of 16, the knockout stage, that was where the goals started flowing here and there. The goals started flowing here and there. All right. The effect of goalkeepers in the AFCON was so tremendous, especially Abu Gabaa. And now this brings us another story about the Egyptian national team and even the AFCON. Before you can win this AFCON, you must have a very good goalkeeper. If you are a team, if you are a contender to win this AFCON, you must have a very good goalkeeper. No wonder over the years, Senegal, after getting to the finals, like on 2 occasions, lost because, yes, they had very good players, but they were not having convincing goalkeepers. So in the year 2002, when they played against Cameroon, they had to lose. And then just 2 years ago, 2019, against Algeria, they lost by a lone goal. So now, Edouard Mendy of Chelsea popped up from nowhere. He came to give us the backbone they have lost over the years. Yes, they have very good defenders in the shape of Kalidou Koulibaly and the rest. But what happened when they met Algeria the last AFCON? They lost it. But this time around, they had the backing of a good goalkeeper who led them to the finals and eventually to the ultimate. They became winners of the competition. That is the Senegalese national team, the Teranga Lions of Senegal. The Lion de Teranga of Senegal. They are the champions of Africa. And now, Egypt has been doing something. Abu Gabaa wasn't the first goalkeeper of Egypt. It was Mohamed El Shanawi. But he got a knock after 2 appearances in the AFCON. After 3 appearances in the AFCON. And now Abu Gabaa took over. Abu Gabaa has been tremendous, even though he has this groin injury. Now, how did Egypt got these good goalkeepers playing top flight football? You remember the legendary goalkeeper in Egypt, Essam El Hadari, the legendary Essam El Hadari. Yes, he has been the goalkeeper for the Egyptian national team until he was over 40 years. Why? Because they couldn't replace him. So after a point, they decided they had to deal with their goalkeeping situation. So they made a policy that no foreign goalkeeper will come into the Egyptian league. They want to develop their own goalkeepers. And what a success story. Amazing. Abu Gabaa. Amazing. Edouard Mendy even admitted after he was named the goalkeeper of the tournament. He admitted that the goalkeeper of the tournament should have gone for Abu Gabal Gabaski. He did it all, saving 2 penalties on their way to the finals. Remember that after the group stages, Egypt played 2 hours of football till they got to the finals. They played 2 hours of football till they got to the finals. And this guy kept them in the competition till they got to the final. And now the legendary Essam El Hadari is the goalkeeper's trainer. And he's doing well. One thing people didn't know about Gabaski is that he has been with the team for over 10 years. Just that he hasn't been the first choice goalkeeper. And eventually, when his time came, he has shown the world that yes, he's a very good goalkeeper. A very good goalkeeper. Now, AFCON to Africans is not just football. No. It means everything to us. It is our way of life. It is our passion. It is our food. It depicts our culture and heritage. It is a unifier. Politicians cannot do without it. Civilians cannot do without it. It defines us as Africans. So the passion with which we approach our football is something the whole world talks about. Yes, Jurgen Klopp has come to rectify the mistake he made. But you could see what happened. The celebrations from all over the world. Senegalese in New York, how they celebrated. I had a couple of friends, how they celebrated. They went rampage on the streets. Senegalese in France had to be even thrown tear gases by the police for them to go back home. Senegalese back home. They have been looking for this trophy for over 60 years. They have been to the finals on a couple of occasions which they lost narrowly to their competitors. But finally, the Teranga Lions are champions of Africa. What did they do right? That almost all their players are playing top flight football. Top flight football. Top players. Top players. Right from the goalkeeper to the top players. Top players. Like, I don't know how they did it. Yeah, we shall fuse it when we come to Ghana. Now, Aliou Cisse has also done something. The coach of Senegal, Aliou Cisse. The man on your screen, Aliou Cisse. He has done something. He has been on the backlash for a very long time now, for a while now, because they believe he's lucky to have assembled quality players for the Senegalese national team. And if he's not able to do something with this crop of players, what else does he want? So he got to the finals on the last AFCON. He lost to Algeria. He himself was a finalist in the year 2002 against Cameroon, which they lost. But right from there, they went to the World Cup. We all saw what they did. That team, which they were in the group with the then world champions, France. After France 98, they beat France. They qualified to the round of 16. They won that game. And then finally to the quarterfinals against Turkey, where they lost in the extra times via the golden goal. You know, they met players like Hassan Saaz and Hakan Suka. You remember that. And then finally, this man, Aliou Cisse, after receiving series and series of backlash, has led the Teranga Lions to be champions of Africa. To become champions of Africa. Yes, you see everything about the game of football when Senegal is playing. Right from the goalkeeper, the defense, and the midfield, and the attack. What a team. So, Aliou Cisse has joined the number of black coaches since 2006 to have won the AFCON. In the year 2006, we have the legendary Hassan Shihata winning with Egypt 2006, 2008, and 2010 back to back. Hassan Shihata, the legendary Hassan Shihata. And then after we had the big boss Stephen Keshi of Nigeria, who won in South Africa 2013. Prior to South Africa 2013, yes, there was a problem in the camp of the Nigerian football team where some big names were excluded from the squad. New names were presented, which made the surprise. You know, they proved to the world that you don't need big names in most tournaments. Yes, you need experience, but sometimes all that is important is a unit. You have to play as a unit. Yes, Nigeria came from nowhere 2013 in South Africa and then won. Stephen Keshi was the coach. Yes, eventually, 3 years later in 2016, yes, I think he had cardiac arrest and then en route to the hospital, he died. Stephen Keshi died. And then we had Jamal Belmadi of Algeria in the just ended 2019 AFCON. And then Aliou Cisse now has joined the list. So right from 2006 to 2021, I think Javi Renat led Zambia in 2012 to win, and then the same Javi Renat led Cote d'Ivoire in 2015. You remember that final against the Black Stars of Ghana? He led them to win. And then 2017, there was another, this current coach of the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon led Cameroon to win in 2017. And then since then, local coaches have dominated the AFCON. So the AFCON is a game of local coaches. So if you have a local coach who knows what he is doing, he will eventually lead his team to win the competition. As simple as that. As simple as that. So that was what went into the AFCON. And then after the AFCON, Sadio Mane was named player of the tournament. Edouard Mendy was named goalkeeper of the tournament. And then Vincent Abubakar had the golden boot by scoring 8 goals in the tournament. 8 goals. 8 goals. Just second to Laurent Poku of Cote d'Ivoire, who has scored 9 goals in an AFCON. In an AFCON game. Yes, the one with the record in Cameroon was Samuel Eto'o, who scored 5 goals in the AFCON, in an AFCON. Yes, now Vincent Abubakar has risen up, the tally to 8. Yeah, he raised the tally to 8 right now. So he is the current record holder in Cameroon. 8 goals. 8 goals. That is a very good one. So eventually that was what happened. Immediately the game was over. Senegal was declared a holiday, a public holiday the following day. So that was what happened. This shows what our game means to us. That shows what our game really, really means to us. So the AFCON is over. Senegal champions. As simple as that. And they really, really deserved it. Senegal really, really deserved it. So that is all for the AFCON. Now, let's come to the issues. Over the weekend, there is enough of the recitations. Now, let's come to the issues, and then let's discuss the nitty-gritty. Over the weekend, I think Saturday into Sunday, and then Monday, the GPL was in session. Yes, we had some matches that were played right from, I think, Saturday and then into Sunday. Yeah, GPL. On Saturday, 2 games were played. Accra Lions versus Midiama SC. And then Accra Lions beat Midiama SC by a lone goal. And then sensational Kim Faisal Babies also beat RTU by 2 goals to 0. And then the next day, Bibiani Gold Stars played at home against Aduana Stars and beat them, and then they beat them by a lone goal. Dreams FC 0, Brekum Arsenals 1, and then we had Wafa and 11 Wonders 0-0, and then the Gar Derby, the local derby between Accra Hearts of Folk and then Oli Mashi Oli Piotr Oli E. Levy. Yeah, Oli E. Levy. Yeah, it was 1-0 in favor of Olympics. Yes, it was the day that Sule Aliu Muntari, yes, made his debut for Accra Hearts of Oak. He came in the second half. I think he played like 15 to, 20 to 15 minutes of the game. Sule Aliu Muntari, yes, we saw his impact. The game itself, Olympics, I think, were the better side to win. So no wonder they won the game. Yes, they look more determined to win. So they clinched all the 3 points after the game. And then Karela FC against Legon Cities FC, it was 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. And then in that game between Accra Hearts of Oak and then Great Olympics, it was just wonderful to see Stephen Appiah's son, Rodney Appiah, playing against former Stephen Appiah teammate and roommate Sule Aliu Muntari. It was just memorable excitement galore for a father to see his son playing against his teammate. It was just a memorable scene. Just a memorable scene for Stephen Appiah and his son, as well as Sule Aliu Muntari. Sule Aliu Muntari. So that was what happened. And then on Monday, it was the turn of the Porcupine Warriors to play against the Sharks in Elmina. Yes, the Sharks in Elmina. Last season, Kodoko were beaten home and away by this same team, Elmina Sharks. And then this season, Kodoko decided, Kodoko's quest to avenge or to take revenge proved futile. They lost by 2-1 in Elmina against the Sharks. So many controversies in this game, so many controversies, yes. Dan Lad, I think, saved the penalty, which the referee thought he moved way over the line. Way ahead of the line. So the penalty kick should be retaken. It was retaken, and then Elmina Sharks scored. Elmina Sharks scored. So it was 2-1 in favor of Elmina Sharks. That was what happened as far as the GPL is concerned. And now, back to the issue in Ghana. The quest for the coach for the Black Stars has finally come to an end. Finally, Ghana Black Stars have appointed Coach Otto Addo as the head coach of the Black Stars. I think he's going to be an interim. I told you last week that we need an interim head coach, and I even told you before I ended my show that it is likely that Otto Addo will land the job of the Black Stars. Then finally, he is the new coach of the Black Stars. The new coach of the Black Stars with Chris Hughton, who was a very staunch competitor as the technical director. Chris Hughton is going to be the technical director. So the Ghana Football Association has appointed Otto Addo as the new Black Stars coach, while former Brighton and Hove Albion coach Chris Hughton will act as the technical advisor to the team. Other members of the new technical team include George Boateng and Masoud Didi Dramani. Yes, Chris Hughton will provide technical advice to the 3-man team for next month's FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 playoff match against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The new appointment to the Black Stars technical team became necessary after the GFA sacked Milovan Rajevac for supervising Ghana's worst ever campaign in the Africa Cup of Nations. West. So this is it. So that is the new appointment. Yes, most of us support this. But you see, this appointment has been more political than you can think. It has been so political. Politics is politics. You can never separate football from politics. Football and politics go hand in hand. Football and politics go hand in hand. You can't separate it, because we have a session who were championing the cause for Chris Hughton, Most of them politicians. And we have another sect that is the FA championing the cause for Otto Addo. But they had to meet halfway. Because I told you currently, right now, we don't need a substantive coach. All we needed was an interim coach. A coach who will supervise the game we will play against Nigeria. And after, we'll get a substantive coach who would want to bring a lot of changes in our game as far as the game of football in Ghana is concerned. Because I believe that we need new structuring. Everything must be new. If we want to appoint a new coach for the Black Stars, we must have a coach with a good sense of direction. Very good vision as far as our game is concerned. A coach who has the local league at heart. We must look for a coach who will help us develop our league, who will help us to develop our talent back home. A coach who will be a source of inspiration and hope for the upcoming players in Ghana. Not a coach who will be killing the talent we have. No. So, finally, Otto Addo is going to be the interim manager. And Chris Hughton is going to support his cause. You know, he has George Boateng and then Masoud Didi Dramani as other assistants to help make his work easier for him, which is very, very good. Very, very good. It's a good decision. It's a good decision. Because last week I was here championing a case for local coaches. Because all the laurels we have won as a nation were spearheaded by local coaches. But what has happened? What has gone wrong? That these local coaches have lost respect as far as our games are concerned. So now that these coaches have been appointed, we want to charge the FA and the ministry to do whatever it takes for us to get results as far as this game is concerned. We are charging the FA and the Ministry of Youth and Sports to do whatever it takes for us to get results against the Super Eagles of Nigeria comes March 24th and March 27th. Already, the venue for the event has been provided. I think the game is going to be played in the Cape Coast, at the Cape Coast Stadium. Yeah, at the Cape Coast Stadium, that is where the game is going to be played. So all of us are waiting patiently for this day. But now is the crucial moment. The call-ups. The call-ups are very, very critical. With Chris Hughton as the technical director, we hope his influence will be key as far as the call-ups are concerned. Very, very key. Now, watching the game between Senegal and Egypt, some observations were made, as I stated earlier. About 98.5% of the Senegalese national team were playing in the top flight leagues in Europe. The 5 top flight leagues in Europe, being the Bundesliga, the Premiership, the Spanish La Liga, the German, the Bundesliga, the Italian Serie A, and the French Ligue 1. About 98.5% of them were coming from these leagues. Most of them were not born in Senegal. Yes, they are Senegalese, but they were not born in Senegal. But what did Senegal do right to be able to get the attention of these talents to play for the Senegalese national team at the expense of their home soils where they were born? What did Senegal do to make them get these players to play for Senegal? We have a lot of Ghanaian talent abroad. A lot of them were born over there. What are we doing which is not right to solicit for the expertise of these young ones to come and then play for the Black Stars? Let's go to Senegal and ask how they did it. Because it is a two-way approach. It's either you develop your local league, invest in it, develop the talents in it, and then use them as Egypt is doing. Majority of the players are from Zamalek and El Ali. And they were playing, these players who were playing top flight football, boot for boot. They matched them boot for boot, local players. Why? Because they have a very good league. They have a very, very good league. The Egyptian league is very good. No wonder over the years it's been Zamalek and Ali winning the Champions League. Because they are playing a very, very good league. So if your league is very good, you can compete at the highest level with the same crop of players you are using in your local league. So it's either we go the Egyptian way or we go the Senegalese way. If you look at the Egyptian national team, apart from El Nini in midfield and the top three strikers, all the players, the back five, they were all local players. Can we do same? Do we have the balls to put back five made of local players in our team? Can we do that? Can we boast of that? We can't. That shows how rotten our league is. That shows how loose our league is. So it's either we go the Senegalese way or the Egyptian way. But even with the Senegalese way, we are not getting the best crop of players. We have so many top-notch players playing outside who want to play for their mother nations, but they will not get the call-ups. Are we not lobbying enough? Are we not lobbying enough? Right from the Inaki Williams, the Hudson Odois, even Tariq Lampteys, Salisus, Alfred Duncans, mention them. I think the best one we have done most recently is Kofi Tre. Kofi Tre is a very good player, and that is the best we have done so far. But we can do more. Wouldn't we like it to see our players playing for these top leagues? Bonassa, Bayern Munich, Sis, Nancy, Koulibaly, Napoli, Diallo, PSG, Idrissa Gana Gueye, PSG, Sheko Kouyaté, Crystal Palace, Sadio Mane, Liverpool. Just look at this. Just look at that. Mendy, Leicester City. Just look at this. Can't we have such players to play for Ghana? So now I think the best option is to go the Senegalese way. So we must have a very good team, which is the team who is able to lobby very well for these players to come and then play for the Black Stars. A very strong team, convincing enough to convince these players to come and play for us. Because there is no time for us to start from the scratch against Nigeria. Even if we can start from the scratch, that will be after the game against Nigeria. After we have known our fate, whether we are going to the World Cup or not, then we can start by appointing a substantive coach to take us through a whole redefining process as far as our league is concerned, our football is concerned. That is what we are all talking about right now. Yesterday, I was so furious until I realized that, yes, we have the coaches have been appointed. Because Nigeria have appointed their coaches already. And they know the crop of players to call already. Because the players they played with at the AFCON were not bad. Everybody saw what they could do. They just lost concentration a bit and then they lost it. So look at the Nigerian team. That is the team we are going to face. They're going to have a bit of inclusions here and there to fortify the team. And look at our team. Look at our team. So the earlier we do that, the better. The earlier we do that, the better. Chris Hilton, being our technical director right now, we want him to spearhead the call-ups. We want him to spearhead the call-ups so that we can have most of these chaps playing outside to play for us to be more competitive as far as the modern trend of football is concerned. As simple as that. Or else we can't compete. Or else we cannot compete. As simple as that. Or else we cannot compete. As simple as that. And now, coming back to the Black Stars. If we are to start like a new Black Stars, if we are to start our football, what models are we going to use to start our football? What model are we going to use to start our football? So today we are going to talk about how the Germans did it. And they got their football back. And now Germany has over 2 million players at their disposal. Over 2 million. Over 2 million players at their disposal. Germany. Okay. In the year 1993, in the year 1993, Jean-Marc Bosman began championing a cause because by then, like the clubs or the foreign teams or for those countries, like the top flight, the countries playing top flight football in Europe, they were not allowing foreigners into their league. They were not allowing foreigners into their league. So what happened was that if foreigners are allowed into the league, about 3 players will be allowed into the league. Sometimes 2 players, sometimes, So Jean-Marc Bosman decided to go to court. So in 1995, the Bosman rule was passed. So when the Bosman rule was passed, we saw a lot of foreign players going into the German Bundesliga. So the German Bundesliga was rampaged by foreign players. Foreign players took over the German football. So that was where we saw the Anthony Barfos, we saw Ibrahim Tankos, we saw JJ Okotes and the rest. They took over the German football. So in the year 2000, when Germany went to the Euro 2000, they were eliminated at the group stages. That was where they were eliminated. They were eliminated from the competition at the group stages. German machine being eliminated at the group stages. So then they went back to reflect. And they asked themselves, what did we do wrong? What happened that we got eliminated at the group stages? So they realized that foreign players are depriving their native players from playing the league. So you could go to Bayern Munich and you see a lot of foreign players playing for Bayern Munich. Dortmund, a lot of foreign players. You can count only 2 or 3 German players in the league, in the teams. So they decided, the government took over this initiative. And then the government decided that, well, let's do something. Okay. I want us to start academies. So that we can bring up a lot of players to play for German football. So they went for the DFB development program. DFB is the Deutscher Football Band Development Program. Deutscher Football Band Development Program. That was what Germany went for. Okay, so they were to implement a nationwide academy system, working with clubs in harmony with national team ambition, as well as educating players outside the world of football. So they decided to start academies with all the clubs in Germany. With all the clubs. So there were 36 clubs, and then they started 36 academies in Germany. And they were not only to teach them about football, they were to teach them things outside football. Because Germany realized that not all players will end up becoming footballers. Some will become footballers, and some will want to go into the corporate world. So that was what Germany decided to do. So after that, the process began with a decision to implement 36 academies, like I said, across board, and in both the Bundesliga and then the Bundesliga too. So with the Bosma ruling in mind, knowing that most of their players are not able to compete with the international players coming into the league, they want to establish academies only for promoting or helping German players so that they will come and then play for the national team. So the director for the DFB development program was called Jörg Daniel. He included all stakeholders and football community in Germany during the implementation. All stakeholders. So all the teams, yes, we know the clubs have their personal interest here and there, but because this is a bigger picture for the nation of Germany, they decided to involve everybody. We want everybody to fully get involved as far as the German football is concerned. So other clubs, schools, and key groups of the game outside the country were contacted. So even in as much as they were trying to develop their football, they contacted other countries, other people of competences outside their country to know how they will go about their German football. Because German football had no future by then. By the year 2000, the German football had no future. So they decided to contact countries and clubs and then football personalities outside the game outside the country to get their expertise to integrate into their game of football. That was what Germany decided to do. And now, the DFB aimed at creating a collective vision for player development in Germany. They aim at creating a collective vision for player development in Germany. Hence, a blueprint for the national team's identity and style of play was created. So, they wanted to create the picture of collectiveness into the mind's eye of their players. So then the blueprint of German football was created by this DFB development program. So what do they do? You can see that when you see German footballers, you see that they are not that skillful, but they are technically gifted. They are not that skillful, too much skillful, no, but they deal with the technicalities of the game. That is why we call them the German machine. So the blueprint was set, and then the German football started. And now, after the invention of the DFB development program in Germany, currently there are over 27,000 academies, which is made up of over 2 million junior players across Germany. They started with only 36 academies, but now there are over 27,000 academies in Germany, which is giving them over 2 million players in Germany. So do you think Germany will lack when they are in need of players to play for their national team? No. So they started a 10-year project. Midway, they won the World Cup, disgracing Brazil in the semifinals, and then eventually beating Brazil's arch rivals in the finals in the shape of Argentina to win the World Cup in 2014. That was Germany. So that is the success story of the German football. German football went down in the year 2000. They saw that the game went down. The government decided to bring up policies. But what is happening in Ghana? We are living in Ghana where our people, our officials, our government is ready to invest over $25 million into the Black Stars without looking into our local league and then seeing what can be done to help improve the local league. We want to create job opportunities. We want to create employment. Football in Ghana is not sustainable enough to keep these players and their families. Only a few teams are able to keep players at that level. Most of the teams are not even able to pay players. Lots and lots of player arrears piling day in, day out. Our pitches are not up to standard. Even the most currently renovated stadia are not up to FIFA standard. No subsidies, no bank loans whatsoever to keep teams and clubs ongoing and sustainable. But now that we have a new direction, a new wave is blowing from a different perspective. We hope that when we have a substantive Black Stars coach, we must have a reform as far as our football is concerned. Develop grassroots football. Give hope to our national team, the Black Star. Give hope to the young ones coming. Give hopes to the civilians in the country. Give hope to the nationalists and the people of Ghana that yes, we can win the trophy again. What has happened over the years? What has happened? What has happened? What has happened? What have we not done right as a country? What have we not done right as a country? So now, let's get ready for the game against Nigeria. Let's get ready for Nigeria. Yes, I know we are going to win. I know we're going to win. Yes, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Yes. Yes. We have some people on Facebook sending their remarks. Lovely Queen, hi, good evening. Good job, lovely Queen. I like it. Yes. Only 3 people. Hey, no. We have more people watching. Yes, this show is brought to you by ADINKRA's Organic Mixture. ADINKRA's Organic Mixture, if you are just watching us, this is Sports Update on ADINKRA Multimedia. Yes, our national team must give us what we want, you know. Yes, we want the best for Ghana, and we want the best for our national teams. We want the right appointment, and then we want the right call-ups to make Ghana competitive enough. To make Ghana competitive. Very, very competitive. Very, very competitive. That is what we are all asking for. We can do better. As a country, we can do better. We can do better. We can bring the best call-ups, and then we can compete at the highest level. As simple as that. As simple as that. As simple as that. This show is brought to you by ADINKRA's Organic Mixture. And then, well drum it, well drum it, well drum it, well drum it. ADINKRA's Organic Mixture. And then well drum it, well drum it, well drum it. And then Kobe Max Clothing, 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 Kobe Max Clothing. Like we always say, until humanity is touched, we can never, never, never be happy. A big shout out to everybody watching us. Everybody watching us. A very big shout out to you. Yes, we are running out of time today. And then we shall see you here same time next week. Goodbye and be safe.